Alright, starting out the day, I'm coming back to, our normal rotation on Broken Moon. We always go check the inside, making sure that, because we're hearing gunfire on the other side. Kevin tells me there's someone there. I'm like, alright, let me go post up. I'm panicking a little bit, thankfully I win that. I'm like hyperventilating, just slightly. Grab armor stop, forget there's two bats. Kevin trying to finish the job. He hears somebody else. I'm like, alright, let me get in that bitch real quick. Turn around the corner, a little late. Tiger 25. Now normally I don't chase, but since I got a stim, I'm going for it. I'm holding this big LMG. I see the Caustic. Oh, Pathfinder. Alright, I'll kill him real quick, and then I'm gonna just kill the Caustic. Apparently he headshots me, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm holding the shield. I thought he was gonna burst me. Kevin's like, take down the shield, bro. I'm like, alright. And then he does a great job clutching up. Pops in the res. I'm like, oh, my Lord and Savior. We do a normal rotation, and he's telling me there's a Lobo on top. I'm like, alright, let me just try to, support fire. Hit a 22. I'm like, alright, I gotta jump that across. And this Arc Star almost kills me, and I'm like, oh. Now, being a controller player, that you really can't do much, bro. I'm like looking at Kevin and trying to figure out where the angles are. I'm trying to figure out which wall I want to fight. She perfectly gets lasered. I'm like, alright, this should be enough for Kevin. I hear this fuse. I don't know why he looks that way when I'm on the opposite direction, but he goes down. And Kevin's losing his battle. I'm trying to support him. Big LMG, just spraying and praying. We get the dub right there. Loot the team, and we go back. And we're like, oh, I hear running. I'm like, alright. Kevin's like, let's just go. And I'm like, no, man, let me see what's gonna happen. I'm tagging. That smoke perfectly disturbs the screen in our game, so we forget about the guy. We go backwards and he runs into an Octane. I'm like, oh shit. I forget that my gun's in single tap. So I'm like trying to single tap this Watson up here with this Valve. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get over there. I cracked him. And I thought I switched it over. I didn't switch it over. I'm switching over right now. I'm like, oh man. Thankfully Kevin recracks him again. I'm trying to thirst. I hate when people do this, man. Like, dude, just accept the fact that you're gonna die. I know the Octane's gonna come, so I'm trying to armor swap. I failed to armor swap for some reason. Me and Kevin both get shredded by the same guy. That's why I always tell my uncle don't stay in the same line of fire. We're gonna take the same bullets. I'm chilling. My bullets are missing a little bit. Where are you gonna run, bro? We'll go to the next battle. I'm like, hey, bro, you see this guy? Kevin's like, no. I'm like, come on, bro, you don't see this guy? He's like, no. Alright, forget it. We're gonna just keep on going and rotating. Don't get me wrong, I love this 30-30, but like look at this, like doesn't even make sense. Like come on, bro, is that rail saving their life? Like, gee. One thing me and Kevin trying to do is assess a different angle. Apparently, who was pushing them? I'm trying to get the flank, and I'm waiting for Kevin to push up. He understands the situation, so he's throwing his bolt, trying to get there. I'm trying to support fire. This situation, I'm just like, I don't really trust the R45. I don't know where everybody's at. Kevin's marking, Kevin's shooting. I'm like, okay. I'm lazy. I'm like, oh shoot. He shreds me like crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this battle. I'm I'm panicking, trying to put my Phoenix kit in. I'm like trying to double tap everything. Kevin's throwing his ult and stuff. I'm telling him there's another person. Nah. So find them. They're on the other side of the storm. And sadly enough, that they took the bomb. I'm always stimming because I don't know. This game is just so slow. Thankfully, he walks right into it, and I'm thinking, where'd he go? He just goes. Alright, this clip is when I deal with my uncle. I mean, you could say he's pretty much like a random. My aim is completely terrible on here. Like everywhere I go, my uncle follows me, and I always tell him not to do that because we're gonna take the same fire. He's gonna take my same fire. Yeah, he's telling me he's gonna shot from the back, so I'm like, let me kill this rise real quick. And then I see his teammate. Miss a few bullets. I'm like, alright, I need you to smoke out, bro, because we getting shot from two sides, and you not doing much damage for me. So I go down there, and I'm hearing the lifeline revive. I'm okay. And I'm like, okay, I hear too many footsteps. I'm like, where's the lifeline? And oh, okay, he's right there. What the? He pops off the res. We automatically go into the new castle. I'm like, alright. I stand up for 3. Okay. Telling him where he's at because, you know, he got a baby card in the background. I'm trying to do an MLG play and, you know, it works out. Great player. Thankfully, it was a golden 301. You know, first time I ever seen 186 for 301. I'm not gonna lie. Game for controller, everybody wants to aim assist, but you know, I'm 1 HP, they're shredding me. I'm like, come on, uncle, you're full health, not pushing nothing. I'm like, come on, bro, no pushing nothing. You're just creeping up there. I'm like, Jesus. We get to the corner, I tell him I hear some people. I'm getting shredded again. You know, thankfully I'm red. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna dip. He stays back, gets completely annihilated because you know he thinks gold armor is better. But I mean, an opinion. You know, like I said, during this time my uncle is dealing with other things. I'm like trying to climb this wall. He dies a storm. You know, I get a res, and in a few minutes you'll see me trying to climb this goddamn wall, and now you see why I struggle so much. But all is well when you hear gunshots. You're always chasing it. You know, I'm not even worried about my uncle at this time. I'm just worried about where's that party at. I mean, this angle here was just beautiful for me to shred him. You could touch he's panicking, and I'm like, all right, let me just kill him real quick because this is the team that knocked him earlier. Surprisingly, I killed him. I'm like, all right, uncle, we gotta go. There's another team on top. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, what? You're up there? I'm like, yeah, I'm up here. And I hear this bell. Oh, she's down, bro. Let's go. Red, I was like, alright, let's go to the right side real quick. Turn around. Hopefully she's there. She ain't there. He dies again. He got riz again. He was like, bro, I almost had him. I'm like, yeah, but it's the second time he reviving you, bro. I think, like, once he start to realize that, if he ever sees this video, how he actually acts like an NPC. And I'm tagging across. I'm telling him because for some reason, he doesn't see them. And I'm telling them that they're behind this door. I pretty much edit everything up, but I'm gonna go get Kraber and Bo. But you know, he's staying on the corner, and I'm wondering like, okay, you know, they're eventually gonna come. The circle's gonna come, and I'm like, and of course he falls, man. I'm like, oh man, like I'm like, oh man, he's about to get destroyed, man. But thankfully, you know, he's ready already, so we win this game, you know. But you know, takes care of his guy, you know, before I even turn. So I'm like, alright, let me just try to let him kill, but you can tell all the bullets are missing. And you gotta love Olympus. So Kevin's telling me you can't hear the audio, but Kevin's telling me there's someone shooting him in the back, so I'm trying to pinpoint where they're at. I'm telling them, alright, we gotta figure out how far they are, because Olympus, everybody knows Olympus, it's third-party city all day long. I'm alright, they don't know what they're doing, so I'm gonna tag real quick. I try to close the door, I got shredded, I'm waiting for them. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta reload. He punches the door open, I do a 64 and get freaking double tap. I'm like, wow. Now what I should have done was block this door so he couldn't come out. But I'm like yelling at Kevin, like, bro, get in that, man, like, get in that. Why are you backing up for? You know? But Kevin has his own ideas. I didn't realize she was here. I legit, yeah, as you could tell, I pressed my L1 right there. I'm like, alright, where's everybody? He's like, they're on the left side. I'm like, I don't see nobody. I'm gonna dip. So we're chasing, and I love this G7, but look at this, man. Like, come on, me and Kevin shooting him, the enemy shooting him. We're just terrible. He survives. You know? Thankfully, there's a bow. You know, of course I care packet over there. And this game was annoying from what I remember. The most annoying game, and you know, surprisingly we came back with the W. Like looking back at this footage, I should have tagged him at least once right here. Like dang, I hit the wall, and my aim is beautiful, guys. And Kevin's telling me Pathfinder went that way, and I'm like, all right, let's see what we're gonna do, man. Let's see. And one thing why I love about this bow, and I don't know, it's just me. It fits my eye. But everybody likes to double peek a bow player. You know, that's why when someone has a bow and they know how to use it, I'm scared of them. So I mean, like look at this, like don't expect a double crack, you know. And Kevin's getting shot from the back. I'm like, oh okay. This Wraith holds down this Rampage in hopes that she's gonna get me. I'm like, bro. And then look at this Octane trying to snipe me from this close. I'm like, bro, you're gonna lose it. You know, like people like to peek and poke all the time. Like I'm balling, bro. Like I got my bow, bro. Like everybody knows who plays with me. If I don't get the bow, we gonna win. And playing Octane at this time, not Octane, playing Bloodhound. He's just so slow to the party, you know. I get my shots in, everything is well. We get on top, you know, and I'm like, oh shoot, Kevin. Cause Kevin's like back there a little bit. I'm like, bro, we gotta kill this Pathfinder before he double back around. Kevin's looking at the other team, you know, and I'm like, bro, I need you to L1 this. He's like, L1 what? I'm like, L1 this. He was like, I was use this bush. I'm like, bruh, this freaking goddamn carrier right here. Come on, man. So I mean, I tag him. He gets shredded from the right side, or no, gets tapped from the right side. So he's focused on something else. I'm constantly pressing this L1. You know, looking back in this footage, I'm glad I had this gold helmet on me, cause I don't know, when you hear a Bloodhound's L1, you just panic. I mean, for real, honestly, me not knowing that this 301 is in single tap mode, you will see me like miss a lot of shots. For some reason, I can't see inside there, so I'm using my ultimate so they can turn red. I missed a few arrows. I'm like, alright, I'm worried about this Pathfinder that Kevin's getting shredded by. I'm constantly pressing my L1, trying to, you know, get a distraction. I was gonna laser her, and then, as you can tell, you know, I shot that one bullet into the wall. You know, I'm like hyperventilating a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'll wait and see what's gonna happen, making sure that Pathfinder's not pushing us. All I see is red figures, man. Like playing Bloodhound, like you gotta get used to them. I get shredded, like alright, they automatically die. I hear Kevin's telling me like, oh, he's coming up. I'm like, bro, I gotta pop this bat. Kevin loses his battle. Devotion, man. When you hear that thing wind up, you just know if you don't kill him, you're dead. Gets around the corner. I'm like, alright, let me do a pick and poke. That's what I call it, pick and poke. Come back and destroy, because you can't fight up that devotion straight up. Going back to this video clip, I'm like telling him, yo, let's just get to the middle, get some armor. There's like for me, I was like 5 other squads on the right side. I hear gunshots. Grab purple. I'm like, alright, go back to that one guy, and I completely didn't even know this guy was shooting me. I would normally have a helmet out. I'm panicking. Throw my L1, shoot my L1. I'm like, oh great. Trying to thirst, because Kevin's telling me. I'm telling him like, bro, I'm getting shot. You know, like bullets are flying over my head. I'm like, oh shoot. Surprisingly, my great mind of thinking decides to go an armor swap. You know, and I'm more worried about the team on that side. Hoping they don't third party us. So, and later you'll see that this purple armor swaps perfectly for the next battle coming up. Castle just doesn't give it up. He just doesn't give it up. I mean, like, look at this. Like, he doesn't give it up, man. Like, how many times are you gonna try to snipe?
I hope they saw that.
So we loot him, come back around. There's that one team I was telling Kevin about earlier. I'm just wonderful with the helmet. You know, 100% aim right there. I'm telling Kevin L1 something real quick for me. I know he's trying to get that purple armor, but you know it's already cracked, so I'm chilling. Kevin's telling me, you know, he got cracked. I'm like, all right, let me just throw this arc star on the right side real quick. Through. I'm like, okay, let me focus on this girl. You know, because Kevin's gonna go right, I'm gonna go left. This is what we normally do. We always go opposite of each other. She's struggling with the armor swap. You know, my G7 is just it's beautiful, bro. I mean, look at that, man. I'm reloading everything. She's straight jumping everything. I'm like, I'm just pro player out here. I'm panicking. I'm one tap. I'm like, bro, man. I'm like, shit. I need to get armor swap real quick. I'm trying to thirst. You know, I hate when they put the shields out. Just like, just to accept the fact that you're gonna die, bro. Like, come on. And right here, I remember running and hearing that Lobo drop, and she's just standing perfectly still. And in my reaction, I'm getting shot. I'm like, oh, okay, just clip, and just swap and pop. All right, we ran across the whole map just to someone land next to us. So they hear the gunfight. I'm telling Kevin, bro, stop, eating all that chocolate over there. You know, getting this action. And you know, looking back, I'm just like, wow, there's so many shots I missed. So many angles I should have killed that catalytic right there. But I mean, that's part of Apex. Thankfully we're both catalytic, so if I go through that, you know, it doesn't bother me much. And look at that, 140 on my L1. I'm like, bro, I wasted a whole clip on this. I get around the corner, I'm like, alright, who the heck's behind here? I'm like flashing, I'm like, alright, let me just script. I use pretty much like a human shield all the time. Kevin. I like to do damage and then let him come back. You know, I should have stayed up front. He wouldn't have got shredded, but thankfully he clutches up.
On your feet. Gary's in. Squad watch.
Run all the way around the corner from the tunnel. I'm looking for people, and I'm like, bro. I finally find them. One capsule that's alive. There's a team in the middle, right there on the right side that eyeballing because there's like so many Watson fences in there.
Head that way.
You know, throwing my L1s. Kevin's throwing his L1s. We're like, all right, there's two people right there.
Feel that spot.
We're just waiting for circle. You know, one thing I learned is just be a little patient. You know, my aim is just beautiful, bro. Like that whole entire 28 clip, I hit one bullet.
Head that way.
The story of my life. Yeah, playing Catalytic, she's not as fast as Octane, so I'm trying just to stay up with Kevin. You know, I'm thinking they went straight left. Kevin goes left for me. I'm like, alright, I see the ult. I turn right because he's telling me, oh, they're right here. I'm like, alright. I completely shred that, whatever that was. You know, I wasn't even trying to kill him, to be honest, right there. I was just trying to destroy that ult. Then I'm worried about the next team. Like, bro, where everybody go? I see a death box in there. I'm just, if I get shot in the back, it's cool. You know, because at least we get to kill this squad. Kill the squad. I'm like, oh, you see that guy in the corner? Kevin's like, what corner? I'm like, the only corner that there's in this game. And Kevin was like, just looting. I'm like, alright, let me get to the corner. You know, do distraction. Kevin got armor swap. I mean, we still win, but I mean, like, did it have to come to this where he has to stay in the corner? I'm like, I hate the smokes. Playing a Catalytic, it's just rough. Get a little standoff. I'm like, let me cover up the left side so that, you know, if he runs through it, he's gonna go. I'm trying to get the flank. Kevin's just supporting. If I lose, I lose. I'm telling him he's running across. You know, I'm trying to shred right here. You know, and like you can tell he's an NPC because like, you know, like it's got to be some kid just randomly playing, and I'm like Mr. Sweaty over here, and just like look at it. Kevin puts a perfect L1, and I'm just like, I hate this is the reason why I hate this. I'm shooting nothing, and then he's next to me. I'm like, wow. I remember this clip because I was pissed off at my uncle. I was telling him, bro, like your situational awareness is just terrible. Like, okay, we got 3 people right there, right? And I'm wondering where my uncle's at. Like, where's his name? And I look backwards after all my pings and everything, and I'm just staring at him, and I'm telling Kevin, bro, we fighting 3 people over here, and this dude is just looting like he don't give a crap. Like, my uncle's is an NPC. You know, I'm just like, all right. You know what? I'm just gonna help Kevin because you know, Uncle is no help, no hope. You know, I love playing Vant at this time because this is the beginning of season 15. This is when Broken Moon was a lot easier. I hate the 3-1 with no scope, so I'm just trying to, you know, get the angle. I forget who I'm playing. Throw a bat out there. She comes up. All right. Reload at the wrong time, you know, she jumps, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go over, turn the corner, and I see Uncle. I'm like, oh my god, Uncle, you didn't see her, you should have shot her. And then Octane's coming through, Kevin's losing his battle, I'm trying to kill real quick. I was like, alright, I'm gonna do what I can so I can get over here. He's still stuck over there looting that lifeline. We rotate, I see one squad, I'm telling them, they're far, you guys go left, I go right. I'm sniping. They're fighting each other up there. Alright, let me try to tag some people. You know, nice tag with somebody, and then I see red, and I'm spraying. I get up there, I'm like, they're by you, bro. They're going to your left. Look at my great parkour moves in this game. You know. I hear Kevin like, oh man, they're right here. I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna be your support. Completely just like everybody wants to be a controller player, but like come on, bro. Watson, I believe. Yeah, I completely like outplayed her right here. I knew the Octane was gonna come back eventually, but I didn't know when, so I threw my bat just in case. And I panicked here for a bit because he shot me first, and I'm like, oh crap. Turn around. This is like the MLG moves I've ever done, you know, playing controller. Now we do win this game by you know, them dying in the storm. later. I didn't show it, but oh, just imagine the double clap right there. They're both healing. Like, pff. Thankfully, that one corner gives them away in the game, and I'm looking back at my uncle's damage, and I'm
I
like
downed another mark.
95 in a 14-minute match. 95, uncle. Like, come on, bro.